I knew coming into the night, I just didn't want to play bad, so I had to kind of focus on the game. And the start of the game was horrendous. I had to settle down. But I had a little bit of nerves, and once the game got going a little bit, and then I was able to settle down. Thank you.
Kobe over here. You've talked about storytelling a lot this year and what you're going to do. Is this the perfect ending for your story? And how do you encapsulate this season and tonight?
Well, I mean, the perfect ending would have been a championship. That's perfect ending to me. But tonight was, trying to go out, playing hard, and try to put on a show as much as I possibly could. And it felt good to be able to do that one last time.
Kobe, wanted to ask you two questions. First of all, would you accept a script like this for your new story company? Would you accept or reject a script like this?
Yeah, after debates in the story room of why winning the championship is not in the question, then yes, I would have accepted this one.
But my serious question is, what does it mean to you? We know what a competitor you are. We've talked about that for 20 years. We've seen that in you. When you come through with a performance like this, which is what you wanted to do, what does it mean to you to be able to call on the abilities that you have to come through and look like your old self to some degree?
Honestly, I can't believe this actually happened, to be honest with you. It's kind of crazy to me. I still don't, it's hard to believe that it happened this way. It really is. I'm still in shock about it. And just, the outpouring of support all night long, and my, former teammates and the fans and my family, and it was just, it's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I'm still in shock about it, and I think now I'll allow myself to go back and read a lot of the things and watch some of the commentary and the videos and just kind of take it all in,
Kobe, un gran final para una gran carrera.
Gracias.
¿Cómo te sientes? 60 puntos. Terminas en el pináculo de tu carrera con 60 puntos.
No, me siento muy bien, muy feliz, ¿no? Es muy difícil hablar como me siento, porque es como un sueño. No siempre una cosa que fue posible.
Serena?
Kobe, from the energy in the crowd to all the tribute videos playing everywhere to your former teammates being there and celebrities, what do you think that one thing you're going to remember most when you're sitting up there right now that you won't take away with you?
I think the fans, the reaction from the fans, the chanting, the support, the encouragement. I was really, really tired. It was just there's just no way. I got to continue to push it because the fan support was tremendous, and I think that's the thing I'll remember the most.
Kobe, you said before the game that tomorrow you were planning on working out.
I have to.
And then going to work with your company, your business. Is that still the plan based on how your body feels right now?
I have to. That's a very slippery slope. I've done my research for players post. And it's kind of like tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it's So I think the important thing is to get into a routine, to maintain discipline, and to find a new routine. I've been in a certain routine for my entire career, and I think the worst thing that I could possibly do is not have one, because then you wake up without a sense of purpose or a sense of direction. So I have to find a new routine, and I have to get to it and be comfortable in it.
Kobe, you talked earlier about trying to keep this day as normal as you can. How did this day leading up to it wind up turning out?
Didn't work out that way. Didn't work out that way, in a good way. There was so many people to talk to, and items to be signed, and pictures to be taken, and I just gave myself up to that because I said, this is fine, this is cool, man. Just let it go, just let it ride, just enjoy it, and it was fun.
Kobe, ¿te llegaste a imaginar antes del partido que fueras a tener un partido como este?
No.
Ni en tus mejores sueños.
No, claro que no es posible, eso no es posible. No sé qué puedo, no tengo más que decir. es un sueño, pero no imagino, nunca puedo imaginar que este partido o este juego va a ser así, nunca.
Kobe, at what moment were you most emotional tonight? When did it really take you over?
Oh, hey. There were a lot of points there where I started getting emotional. You know, when we first ran out of the tunnel, in which you catch it, you know, I catch myself. You know, like, okay, I'm putting on my jersey. I'm saying, okay, this is the last time we're gonna put on a jersey. Dun, 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 right? You know what I mean? And then this is the last time I run out of the tunnel. Dun, dun, dun. You know, and like when those moments happen, you catch yourself. You start getting really emotional, and then I say, okay, you gotta block that out, because none of that makes a difference whatsoever. You come out here and completely lay an egg. You'll completely mess up the situation. So you have to concentrate and focus, and then you can be nostalgic all you want, you know, later on tonight and then tomorrow.
All right, so Kobe.
Bill, hold on, Rachel, Bill, and then Rachel.
Sorry. Two questions. One, what did it mean to you, or how did it hit you when you heard when you heard Magic say that you're the greatest to wear the purple and gold? And two, how closely were you watching the tribute videos as they poured in, and which ones jumped out at you?
I refuse to believe it, because Magic is my hero. Like, you know, I don't think you guys really understand how much of a diehard fan I was, like a Laker fan. Like, dude, it was like, you know, Magic was all over my wall. You know, I used to wear really big knee pads because Magic wore really big knee pads. You know what I mean? I used to practice the baby hook, like. And so he is and always will be number one for me, always, always. And the tribute videos, you know, I was able to peek up and look and check them out, and you know, from time to time, and I enjoyed them all, man. It was, you know, hopefully, you know, I'll get a chance to at some point go back and just look at them all and just kind of take it all in, you know.
So Kobe, I know that there was dun dun dun, the jersey and the tunnel and all of that, and you block it out for the game. The game ends, you give your speech. When you walk off the court for the last time as a player, what's going through your head in those 5 seconds?
Don't trip. No, I mean, it was just, it's surreal. It's hard to describe. I mean, it's almost like you're in a fog, and you know, everything is moving extremely slow yet extremely fast. And I'm trying to look and like take it all in. And you're trying to observe. You know, not quite sure where to look, and just trying to take it all in. And it's very difficult to do. But I mean, it's just like a dream. Just a dream. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, and you know, the coolest thing is that my kids actually saw me play like I used to play. You know what I mean? It was like, whoa, Dad. And I said, yeah, I used to do this pretty often. They were like, really? It's like, dude, YouTube it. You know what I mean? So it was pretty cool for them to actually see that. So.
Kobe, can you take a step back and listen to the 60s sing? Can you just take a step back now and just?
I can. I mean, I'm doing it now. I just can't. I can't believe this happened. You know, like I can't even. This is crazy to me, man. It's crazy to me. It's crazy, and I can. What? I mean, there's no way I could possibly imagine this happening, and just deeply honored by the fans, and you know, to be able to put on that type of show for them, and because of all the support that they've given me, and you know how we grew up together, and the fans that have been coming here from day one, and so to give them this type of show on the last one is, you know, it means everything.
Kobe, as the points are mounting quickly, 20 and 30 and 40, the fans are whooping it up. What are you and your teammates saying to each other? We could see the smiles.
My teammates were just continuing to encourage me and continuing to say, dude, shoot. And I was just like, it's like reverse. You know, it's a weird year. You know what I mean? Like, you go from being the villain to now being some type of a hero, and then go from everybody saying pass the ball to shoot the ball. It's like really strange. But I enjoyed it, man. They were very encouraging and continuing to feed me and set picks for me and stuff. And just felt like a sense of responsibility to continue to play. I mean, there are times where I drove to the basket, dude, but my legs were just like, what are you, nuts? And I just throw the ball up and it goes in. It was like, oh, thank God. You know. Yeah.
Kobe, aquí. Dos preguntas. Dentro de 20 o 30 años, ¿qué recordarás de esta noche? Y la segunda es, ¿qué significó para ti que Magic Johnson hablara sobre ti antes del partido?
Pero la segunda pregunta, a ver, Magic hablando de mí antes del juego, significa todo, porque es siempre el número uno para mí, mi corazón, siempre. Y 20 años, 30 años, todo este día, todo el día, arribando aquí, preparando para el juego, todas las fotos, los autógrafos, y, hablando con mis compañeros, ver mis compañeros de antes y los fans. Estas son las memorias que recordaré mucho.
Kobe, two quick ones on your left. In your new commercial, you're encouraging everyone to sing their hatred of you. Throughout your career, how vital was the hate to drive you to what you did?
This is extremely necessary for me because that's what I fed off of. And I think at that time, to be embraced would have been like kryptonite for me, because the darkness, those dark emotions, is what I used to drive me. That isolation, that's what I grew up comfortable in. So I would refuse to allow anything else but that. I mean, even saying things that create some type of animosity, you know what I mean? To just continue to use that as fuel to propel me forward. I mean, it was extremely, extremely necessary. If you wanted to beat me, all you had to do was embrace me at that time, and I would have been done.
The flip side of that tonight was everyone coming together, former teammates. I mean, I don't know if you saw what was outside, the people massing outside. So what was it like, and how did it feel to be at the center of this unifying moment?
It's surreal. It really is. And, I think what I try to do is not think about it. I try to go through my routine as normal as possible and think about the craft, think about the game. Who are you matching up with? How's the defense going to play you? Like, try to go back to the basics, not think too much about the bigness of the moment. Just focus on those details.
Kobe, over here, back here.
Hi.
What's up?
What's up? Man?
You alluded to this off of Jay's question, just about embracing kind of the villain role, the hate, all this. A lot of people were so used to seeing only that ferocious, competitive killer Kobe that this year, as you've kind of let your guard down and this brighter kind of demeanor has come out, people have kind of wondered, and I've even heard people debate. So is that the real Kobe? Where's the real Kobe? What is this, like, the public side of this for you been about in terms of kind of letting go a little bit, being able to be kind of more of this joyous persona publicly as opposed to the killer kind of persona that you were carrying for so long?
I mean, I'm both, just like everybody in this room. It's a very simple concept when you think about it. I mean, we're all both. We all have a little hero and villain inside of us, man. And it's just depending on perspective. One day we were driving back from school with my kids. We were having a conversation about villains in movies. And I think we were talking about Voldemort or something. And they asked me, they said, well, what makes a villain a villain? And I was like, oh, is this like one of those daddy moments where you can't mess this up sort of thing? And I thought, I said, me and my kids were all allergic to bees. And so I said, if a bee is flying around your head, what are you going to do? She said, well, I'm going to take a magazine, I'm going to roll it up, I'm going to try to knock it out the air. I said, okay, well, to you is the bee the hero or the villain? She said, well, the villain. I said, well, what about the bee that's flying around minding its own business? Is it the hero or the villain? Are you the hero? And she goes, well, I would be the villain. I said, well, exactly. It's all a matter of perspective. Right? So that's the simple way to describe that. I think we all are both. It depends what perspective you're looking at it from.
Kobe, two questions. First, if you try to summarize what happened tonight, it will be like this. Kobe retired and Steph Curry led the Golden State to create the new history. How do you see this change of time? How do you think of the league that will be without?
I think this has been an amazing day for sports fans, basketball fans in particular. It's been a great day with them setting such a unbelievable record. I mean, you think about that, man. 73 wins. I mean, that's ridiculous. And then obviously what happened here tonight. I mean, it's been a great night in basketball history, I think.
Second question: do you have something to say to your friends in the other side of the world? You know, millions of people didn't go to work to see your games in China.
Yeah, ni hao, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Thanks.
Ted?
Cope, how would you describe driving up here today and seeing what was going on around this area just for you? And at the same time, how emotionally draining was that part of the entire day, and be able to dig deep like you did and come up with the big 6-0?
You know, seeing everything that was taking place before, and just, you know, I was enjoying it. I was very appreciative of it. And then I quickly, you know, get right back to my center of, okay, you got to go out there and perform. And so I was able to focus and try not to get too emotional, because I feel like that would take away from the performance. You know, even despite my best efforts, you could still see at the start of the game, you know, still nervous and still emotional about it, and had to settle down. So I was tired, man. I was tired, but you got to push through it. I mean, this is, you know, saving it for what? You know, I was just hoping I didn't hurt something. That would be a buzzkill.
Go right here. I've asked you this question before under very different circumstances, and you didn't like the question then.
Give it a shot again.
Is this the last time, officially, is this the last time that we see Kobe Bryant play basketball?
Well, I mean, you know, now with, like, you know, with Twitter and Instagram and all this other stuff, you might catch a glimpse of me shooting at a gym or something, at a playground or something like that. I mean, that's about it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel great. I mean, I feel like I'm extremely happy. I mean, this is like a very, you know, joyful day to be able to have this experience and have this moment. But yeah, I'll never play an NBA game again. I mean, a lot of people say, yeah, you never say never, never.
Kobe, thank you very much, first of all, on behalf of my organization and all Turkish fans and all other international fans all over the world. When you enter the locker room for the last time after seeing your jersey, number 24, what kind of emotions came to your mind?
Uh-oh. That's what I thought. I was like, man, this is really happening. This is really happening. And I have those moments all day today where, you know, the memories come in, and, you know, like putting on my jersey, putting on my socks, putting on my sneakers. Like, this is the last time you're going through this, you know, and then having to, okay, I still got to go out there and play, you know. But those moments, we're there throughout the entire day, you know, preparing for the game at home, icing the ankles, icing the knees, icing the shoulder, getting dressed, right, coming, like all of that stuff, going through it for the last time.
Kobe, when you play for 20 years, you know, there are lots of different phases and sort of chapters that people can look at and hang on to and call their favorites or their most interesting. When you kind of go back through your career, what are the parts that stick out to you, whether it's, you know, most challenging, most interesting, most pure, that type of thing?
Personally, I think the 3 seasons in a row of having season-ending injuries, that was, whew. You know, like after the Achilles, it was like, okay, that was my one major injury. You know, I can come back from this one. People say I can't, but I will. And I came back, and I'm kind of working myself back into it and stuff, and then fractured the knee. I was like, all right, here we go, right? And trying to do that, and then tear the shoulder. It's like, God, you gotta be kidding, you know? And so to try to climb up that mountain and get knocked down 3 years in a row, man, and then to try to bounce back again from that. I'm just happy to be able to sit here healthy and haven't finished the season. But those 3 years are the thing that I think sticks the most to me, because internally that was the most challenging.
Stuff we saw tonight was almost like you were transported back against the Celtics in 2010.
did you at any point forget where you were and think in your mind that you were somewhere else?
Yes, and that was the beauty of it. It's kind of like an inner struggle, right? Because you want to try to appreciate the moment, but to appreciate the moment, you must know where you are. And when you appreciate and know where you are, it takes you out of your zone, it takes you out of your rhythm. So it was a constant dance. So what you saw tonight, you saw, okay, hit 3, 4, 5 shots in a row. And then it's, oh man, I can't believe this is happening. Oh, missed the next 5. And then you try to settle yourself back in, right? So it's a constant dance of trying to just accept the moment versus just trying to digest the moment.
Kobe, okay. Do you feel like you'll ever find?
I still have not figured out how to figure out where the questions are coming from after all these years.
I'm like ducking down too.
Seriously, I can't.
Super
I can
short.
never see you.
Super short. Vic's hat's over there now.
Now I can spot Vic a mile away. I mean, that's one of the guys I'll never have trouble finding. So.
Do you think that you'll ever find anything that you're as good at and as passionate at as basketball?
Passionate, absolutely. Listen, I love the art of storytelling. It's hard for people to understand that, but I do this every day, all day. I mean, I was at the office today from 8 to 2. You know, I love it. I absolutely love it. Will I be as good at it? I don't know, but I'm going to leave no stone unturned in the art of storytelling, just like I had my entire basketball career. That I will promise you.
Kobe, il finale è stato come tutti ce lo stavamo aspettando. Hai detto che non giocherai più in NBA, lasci aperta una porticina, come hai detto,
no,
da giovane.
è chiusa.
L'Italia è chiusa.
No.
E cosa farai? Hai detto domani ti alzi e ti alleni.
Sì.
Cosa farai dopodomani, nei prossimi giorni? Come affronterai?
Stessa cosa. Vado all'officina, lavoro, scrivo, le cose così. Però ritornerò sicuramente in Italia per aiutare i giovani. A giocare questo gioco che è bellissimo, però per me giocare professionale ancora no, questa porta è chiusa.
Kobe, given how the last 3 seasons have gone, what does it mean to you to be able to walk off the court on your own 2 feet? I mean, aside from playing well, and were there any times this year, given how you were feeling, that you thought, I might make it to that finish line?
Yeah, plenty of those times, and it is a great sense of accomplishment to be able to close the season out healthy. And not only healthy, but feeling strong, But there was a time there, I think it was after the Dallas game, or earlier in the season, where it was just horrendous. I didn't make anything. And I was just thinking, like, how is this possible? I mean, I know how much work I put in the summertime. Maybe this is father time, and this is just what happens, And that was a very, very tough moment for me. Because I didn't know if I could pull myself up. And then I decided, what, the hell with this thing. You're going to have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. And I continued to struggle like a month and a half after that. It was just like, what else are you going to do? You just got to keep going. But that was the moment where it was just like, I don't know if I can do this thing.
Darren?
Kobe, they virtually sold the place out in merchandise. What does that say to you?
Well, I mean, it says that the fans are, really appreciative of this moment and want to have something that they maybe can remember this night by, I would think.
Buddy?
Kobe, aquí. Esta organización te aprecia bastante, te abrió las puertas con mucho amor y mucho cariño, sobre todo el señor Jerry Boss. Dime, ¿qué es lo que tú le dirías si él estuviera presente en este momento de tu salida?
Gracias por haber fe en mí cuando fue un jugador muy joven y muchas personas no creen en mi talento. Gracias por haber esta confianza en mí, porque para mí significa todo. Muchísimas gracias.
Dave?
Kobe, I know.
Yes, I got it.
You got it right here. Knowing how much winning means to you and how much this franchise means to you, now that they kind of pivot to whatever happens next, what do those young guys that you play with need to do to get this franchise back up? And what are your expectations for how this franchise will rebuild?
Well, what I told them in the locker room after the game is the most important thing here in this offseason is for them to really work together. right? You know, it's easy in the summertime for them to break apart, but I think it's really important for the younger guys, you know, D'Angelo, you know, Jordan, you know, Randall, to continue to stay in touch and to work together and continue to figure out together, you know, where do you like the ball, you know, this rhythm, watch film together, you know, because they have to build this thing as a unit. And, you know, that was my message to them. And secondly, you got to be in the gym all day. I mean, this is not, you know, I said, the reason I can stand here in front of you guys and feel extremely comfortable with my decision is because I gave my soul to this game, man. There's nothing more I could give, nothing. And I said, if you guys feel like that at the end of your career, you will be just as comfortable as I am. But I'm telling you, it goes by fast. And if you don't give it your all, you're going to regret it. You're absolutely going to regret it. And don't be that guy. You know, get yourself in the gym, work as hard as you possibly can, and hopefully they got the message.
Kobe, it seems like you'll always be a part of this Laker family. Will we see you back here working with some of the younger guys maybe from time to time or being a part of things?
Y'all won't see me doing it, but I'll be doing it, though. Anytime they want to drive out to Orange County, that they're more than welcome. They're more than welcome. You know, but yeah, and I'll be working with the guys and, you know, talking to them and, you know, other players around the league, too. I love the game, and I love to share the knowledge that I've accumulated and the knowledge that's been passed down to me from the great players that came before. So I'll definitely be sharing that. In Orange County, though.
Time for two more, guys.
Entiendo, yo entiendo que ahora que ni lo puedes creer que llegas a ese punto en tu vida y mereces tanto tiempo retirado, pero es una pregunta como la de ella. ¿Nos darás el honor de verte en el futuro como parte de esta liga? Y luego mi segunda pregunta es, ¿qué tan importante fue el apoyo de la afición latina que tuviste durante su tiempo?
Muy importante los fans latinos, porque cuando llegó aquí, esos fans eran los fans que me abrazaron más, con mucha pasión. Entonces yo le dije, dame 2 años, 3 años, voy a hablar un poquito de español. Ahora mi español no es muy bueno, pero puedo hablar un poquito, ¿no? Sí, entonces ellos significan todo para mí. Tener una esposa que es latina también es muy significante, de mis hijas. Y la primera pregunta, ¿qué fue? Es un gran honor para mí. No puedo imaginar. Cuando fui pequeño, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, Bill Russell, esos eran mis ídolos, ¿no? Y para mí sentar aquí, ser una de esas personas para esos otros jugadores, no puedo imaginarlo. No puedo imaginarlo. Pero un niño que jugaba en Italia por todos estos años, sentarme aquí en este momento, no lo puedo creer.
Kobe, nuevamente felicidades.
Gracias.
¿Qué le dejas a la NBA? ¿Qué legado le dejas al futuro de esta liga?
Que tienen que jugar con mucha pasión. Mucha pasión. Ama este juego. Tienes que amarlo con todo de ti. Eso es el regalo que se puedo dejarlo con el futuro del NBA. Esas son las 2 cosas que lo voy a jugar, a regalar.
Last two, Bill and then Serena.
We rarely see you wear your jersey in here. You'd want to take it off, do you?
Yeah, let's go with that. No, I just figured, you know, tonight, I come in here early because I know you guys got deadlines and stuff, and it's. And it's not like I have to ice. What takes a long time is that I have to ice, I have to stretch, I have to do modality. What am I doing that for? The treadmill tomorrow? You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm able to come in here a lot faster and get going. I want to walk in the locker room. They sprayed me with champagne. I was kind of like, what the? That's only for championships, but all right. So I'm smelling a little bit like champagne. But on a serious note, you're right. You're right. Keeping this jersey on and taking it off it's going to be very, very strange, man.
Serena,
really
last
strange.
question.
Kobe, you perfectly led me to my next question. I was walking around the arena tonight, and I must have heard at least a half dozen people saying, "Oh my God, this feels like Game 7." and you've said so many times that Game 7, 2010, was your favorite championship. How did the energy in the arena compare to that Game 7? And how is the championship feeling different than this kind of feeling of finality right now?
Well, Game 7, the energy in Game 7 was high energy, but it was a very nervous energy. It was very intense. It was like, the fans wanted to explode, but they didn't know if they could, if they should. It was like, because everybody's just kind of on pins and needles. It's like watching a scary movie. You're just kind of sitting there. You don't want to really move because you don't want to jinx the situation. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, that's the energy of Game 7 until we finally won it and the place erupted. Tonight, it was more festive. There wasn't the pressure. It was more just a celebration. And so that energy is completely different, but still both intense, just different forms of intensity.
Yeah, thanks very much, everyone.
Guys, thank you. Seriously, thank you. I mean, I've liked most of you guys from my career. I've hated some of you guys from my career, but then come to actually appreciate everything that you guys do. And, truly, truly, thank you so much for all of these years. I couldn't, a lot of things that you guys have written have inspired me, have pushed me, and have helped me have made me the player that I am today. And I don't think you guys truly understand the impact that you have on players and the things that you guys write, good and bad. And, you guys can help inspire and shape the future generation of NBA basketball players and sports industry as a whole, because the words are a very powerful thing. And so I just really want to thank you guys for everything that you've done for me and continue to do for the game. So appreciate it. Thank you.